This is SportsCentre.
Hey, I'm Luca Cairns-Library, filling in for Marissa Roberto again. We've officially made it to the last couple days of 2025, which perhaps more importantly means we've made it to the last couple of days of the World Juniors round robin. On Monday night, Canada officially punched their quarterfinal ticket with a dominant 9-1 win over Denmark. Canadians dominated from start to finish, outshooting the Danes 49-13, and receiving standout performances from Michael Misa, Porter Martone, and most impressively of all, a Gavin McKenna hat trick.
Chips it ahead for Hayes. McKenna calling for it. The lead pass finds McKenna. In comes McKenna. Oh, the scores! Hat trick for Gavin McKenna.
Oh, those hands! Oh my goodness!
A hat trick at the World Juniors. How does that sound?
Yeah, it's pretty cool. Obviously something you dream of as a kid, so it felt pretty good.
He's closing in on like that Bedard feeling. I feel like every time he touches the puck, you just expect something incredible to happen, and that's reserved for the best players at this tournament, so it's special to watch. After a 2-1 nail-biter against Latvia, viewers across Canada welcomed a much larger result, especially one where the Stars definitely came out to play. With the 2nd, 5th, and 6th picks in last year's NHL draft, along with the projected first overall pick in the upcoming draft, each recording 3 points. And overall, 9 players recorded 2 points or more in the blowout. In other action, Sweden took care of business against Germany. Slovakia almost pulled off the upset in a wild one against Team USA. The highlight of the day came from Adam Jiricek, who went between the legs in overtime to get the win for Czechia.
Crisscrossing with Jiricek, who's parked in front. Chias with the lone man back defending for the Czechs. Sikora back in front. Jiricek goes for the line and scores! Jiricek with a spectacular overtime winner! And the Czechs take it 2-1.
He's having an incredible tournament, but that moment to try that, be all alone in front of the net, it doesn't get better than that. Despite Finland's OT loss, they still have a shot to top Group B, and it all comes down to a New Year's Eve showdown with Canada in the final game of the round robin, with the winner claiming the 1 seed in the group. Would you have it any other way? Penultimate week of the NFL season officially wrapped up with a wild Monday nighter that saw the Falcons hold off a furious Rams comeback and pull off the huge upset. The loss sees the Rams locked into the 6th seed, and we're currently slated to see a rematch of last year's epic divisional matchup in Philly, which could be a great chance for revenge for LA. But the defending champs have also beaten the Rams 3 times in the past 2 seasons alone. We also now have the dates and times of the biggest games of Week 18. Starting with a critical double dip on Saturday. The slumping Bucks will host the Panthers in a win and you're kind of in matchup. For the Panthers, if they win, they're in. The Bucks, though, need a win along with a Falcons loss to the Saints, because Atlanta's win Monday night actually messed up some divisional tiebreakers for them, so it's not actually winning you're in for the Bucks anymore, which takes some stakes out of the matchup, but they need to win regardless. That's followed by the Seahawks visiting the 49ers, with the number 1 seed in the conference, a first-round bye, and the NFC West title on the line. Then on Sunday night, the regular season wraps up, with the Ravens and Steelers adding another chapter to their historic rivalry. The winner will earn the AFC North crown and 4 seed, while the loser will be going home. Ravens fans are hoping Lamar Jackson can return in time for that one, but it's not just playoff berths and seeding on the line this weekend. It's also the last chance for some players to reach some key statistical benchmarks and earn some big-time cash incentives. Keenan Allen has a great chance to earn an extra milli. He needs just 11 yards to earn $250,000, and if he can haul in 6 passes, he'd earn another $750,000. He'll be facing the Broncos, who he had 7 catches against earlier this year. Sam Darnold could also cash in big. He needs just 150 more passing yards to unlock a $500,000 bonus, and 3 more passing TDs for another $500K. The 49ers have allowed the 6th most passing TDs this season, and Saquon Barkley may not have been able to replicate his Offensive Player of the Year season from last year, but he's still just 87 yards away from 1,500 scrimmage yards for the season. If he reaches that milestone, he'd trigger a $500,000 bonus of his own, and it'll be against an awful Commanders run defense. But will Philly be resting their starters and limiting their playtime? Could also be a factor. We're not saying you should jump on the FanDuel lines for any of these props, but it certainly might be worth looking into if you believe these guys and their teammates might have some extra motivation. Time now for my favorite segment, and yours, why we love sports today.
Why we love sports today.
Today happens to be a very special day for a lot of hoops fans. It's LeBron James' 41st birthday. And while King James might be having the worst statistical year of his brilliant career, he's still averaging over 20 points, nearly 7 dimes, and 5 boards a game. So his standards aren't really the same as mere mortals. As we near the end of one of the greatest careers we've seen from any athlete, especially one with so much hype from his childhood, maybe it's time we keep our eyes out for the next child prodigy. You can't teach that kind of aggressiveness and ferocity to break rims at that age. And as fate might have it, LeBron is playing tonight on his 41st birthday in a great matchup with the East leading Pistons. And we'll have it for you on TSN, with coverage beginning at 10 Eastern, 7 Pacific. It's the final Tuesday of 2025, which means it's time for our final anytime goal scorer pick of 2025. And we've got some great games to choose from tonight. But we're gonna look for some value in Toronto, where the Leafs are hosting the Devils. You might remember that the Buds fired assistant coach Marc Savard last week, who was largely responsible for their power play, which was ranked dead last in the NHL at the time of his firing, in both power play goals and conversion percentage. But in their 3 games since, Toronto's buried 3 times with the man advantage in just 7 opportunities. And although they're coming off an overtime loss in Detroit on Sunday, they lit the lamp 13 times in their previous 2 home games. So they might be due to break out again tonight. And I've got a hunch that John Tavares is going to bury tonight. With Austin Matthews questionable with a lower body injury, Johnny Toronto might have some more opportunities. And he's paying a juicy plus 170 on FanDuel. He's also scored 24 career goals against the Devils, his 5th most against any opponent. So I'm feeling good about this pick. That's all for me today. We'll be right back here tomorrow at 3 Eastern, noon Pacific. Have a good one.